All right, hey guys, I hope everyone is doing well. This is Rudy. Hey, you see this book here? Where's the Birth Certificate by Jerome Corsi? You see that? Okay, I started to read it. I haven't read the whole thing yet. One thing I noticed is that I looked in the index. I don't see Lieutenant Colonel Terry Lakin's name. I don't see Pastor James David Manning's name. I don't see Walter Fitzpatrick, Commander Walter Fitzpatrick. I don't see Commander Kirchner. I do see Orly Tates and Phil Berg, which are two lawyers, and so that's a good thing. And I'm not here to get on Jerome Corsi's case, but, you know, the title of this video is, Are You Willing to Die? Right? And that's what it's going to take. And so I hope Jerome Corsi is willing to die, because that's obviously what it's going to take to bring the truth out in the atmosphere that we have today. And a lot of people have asked me, and I know a lot of you people like Trump, a lot of you people don't like Trump. And so you have to ask yourself, you know, Trump pushed the issue. He obviously released a forged, fraudulent piece of crap. Anybody that knows anything about computers knows that Adobe PDF document is not a scan of a real document, that it's a computer-generated fraudulent piece of junk, right? But people have asked me, what do I think about Trump? Well, Trump did push the issue, and he was very bold. So there's one of two things. Either he was in on it, right? That's one possibility. I don't know the man's heart. One possibility is that Trump was in on it, and that he's been promised some big payoff, like he gets to build his casino somewhere. You know, he gets some kind of government okay or whatever. I don't know what the big deal is with building a casino somewhere, but let's just say that that was a possibility, that he was in on it, and now he gets to build a casino. The other option is that they threatened him, right? That he actually was threatened. Okay, either one of those options, whether he was in on it, right, or he was threatened, I don't like Donald Trump. The reason I don't is when he pushed the issue to the point, and got it, and he took up the mantle, and he stood on the backs of giants. He stood on the back of Pastor James David Manning. He stood on the back of Lieutenant Colonel Terry Lakin. He stood on the back of Orly Tates. He stood on the back of Phil Berg, and he became the flag bearer for the birth certificate and the constitutional eligibility bearers. When Donald Trump did that, he should have been willing to die. And if he was threatened and he backed off, then he's no leader of mine. So if he's in on it, he's total scum. He needs to be hung until dead from the nearest tree. And if he was threatened and he backed off, he's still scum, because he should have been willing to die. Now, many of you people will say, well, it's easy for you to get behind a YouTube camera and to play Mr. Tough Guy. And I would agree with you. It's easy for people to get behind YouTube cameras and to play Mr. Tough Guy. But I would just offer for your consideration, it's up to you to discern whether somebody's being truthful or not. And I would offer that Pastor James David Manning has been at this for 3 years, and I know just from my association with him and following him that Pastor James David Manning is willing to die. And I would feel a whole lot more comfortable with Pastor James David Manning being the flag bearer for the constitutional eligibility issue and also the birther issue. I would feel much more comfortable with him in the driver's seat rather than this Corsi guy. Is Corsi a good guy, and is he willing to die? I hope he is, because that's what it's going to take. Has he written a book and progressed the issue? Yes. And I thank Dr. Jerome Corsi. I thank him for that. Right? But I ain't going to bow down to him if he's not willing to die. We got people that are being deployed by a leader and thief, right? A constitutionally ineligible president that is the head of our military, that's deploying our military around and engaging them in activities, and he's not even constitutionally eligible to be president. And when you go address something like that, you better have it fixed in your heart, and you better know with 100% certainty that you're right, and you better be willing to lay your life down. And if you're not willing to lay your life down, then get the hell out of the way and let somebody step up to the plate who is willing to do what it takes and to risk what it takes and to put their life on the line to do what's right. That's what I got to say about that. And if Jerome Corsi, if he's got the heart for it, and he's willing to fight the fight, then I applaud him and I thank him. But if he's going to back down when they threaten him, or if they threaten his family, then I'm asking Jerome Corsi to get the hell out of the way. Get the hell out of the way, and let somebody get up to the microphone that's willing to die, that's willing to do what's right, that's willing to risk all of their treasure, all of their life, up to the plate. Let Lieutenant Colonel Terry Lakin up to the plate, because these men will risk everything they got. And I hope Jerome Corsi is a man of heart and of courage and of truth. And if he's not, then I will spit on him, because he is a piece of shit. That's all I got to say about that. God bless every one of you. And my question to Jerome Corsi is, are you willing to die?